Iconography. In this section, we are going to talk about icons and why we use them and icons' best practices. Iconography is the use of graphic images or symbols that are connected with a specific subject or idea. What is the impact of icons on the user experience and design? They are easily recognizable. They save space. They make good touch targets. They are universal and they are appealing. Icons' best practices and guidelines. Do not reinvent the wheel. Familiar icons work best. You know, uh, being creative is fine. And actually, you should be creative in web designing. But creativity does not work in all areas. And icons are those areas that you cannot actually apply creativity and you should just follow the stream. Icons should be fast to recognize. Use icons that people have seen and used before. Always have at least 44 pixel minimum around the icon for legibility and easy tapping on mobiles. This is very important for accessibility and SEO purposes. Keep icon design simple and schematic. Minimize complex shapes and graphic details. Use and maintain a consistent visual style throughout icon set. This one is very important. You should use consistent visual style, color throughout your design and if you actually use different styles, it's it's not professional at all and it really confuses the users. Always use labels for icons and show them to the right or below the icon. Use 5-second rule. If it takes more than 5 seconds for you to guess what this icon is about, so it's not suitable as an icon, it's ineffective. It's very important and always apply this rule in your design when you're choosing icons. A good test for an effective icon is when user can tell what it represents without a label. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't put label. It just means that it's a test. A user can tell you what this icon about without a label. Hearts and stars are frequently misunderstood by users, so best practice is always using text label with all icons. In this section, we are going to talk about images. We cannot deny that images are the most interesting part of any web design project. Now let's see why we use image in the first place. Because images tell a story. They make an impact without words and they add visual emphasis. Now let's talk about image formats. The first format is raster images. Raster files are images built from pixels, those tiny color scores that in great quantity can form highly detailed images such as photographs. The more pixels an image has, the higher quality it will be, and vice versa. The number of pixels in an image depends on the file type. Your file type can be JPEG, GIF, or PNG. Image formats, vector. Vector files are mathematical equations, lines, and curves with fixed points on a grid to produce an image. There are no pixels in a vector file. A vector file's mathematical formulas capture shape, border, and fill color to build an image. Because the mathematical formula recalibrates to any size, you can scale a vector image up or down without impacting its quality. For example, SVG, EPS, PDF, or Illustrator artwork. Now let's talk about JPEG, or Joint Photographic Expert Group. Is a raster image with lossy compression. It means that when you compress the image, it will lose some quality, of course. JPEG is an excellent choice for web usage. Your site visitors can load the image quickly while the loss in quality is barely visible to human eyes. It's also suitable for image sharing since its lossy quality indicates that JPEG have a reasonably small file size. However, JPEG is not best option for images with lines of text in them, such as tutorial screenshots and infographics. This is due to the lossy image compression we said, which may render the text in your image to be hard to read. Next one is PNG, or Portable Network Graphic. Is a raster with lossless compression which supports transparency, and it can also create animation. PNG is more popular choice for infographics, banners, screenshots, colorful illustrations and graphics, and other graphics that include both images and text and logos. However, it's not a great choice for high resolution photos, and it will create large files of up to several megabytes. Next one is GIF. Graphic Interchange Format is a raster again that use lossless compression. Use animated GIFs not just to spice up content, but demonstrate how to complete tasks in tutorials and guides. I'm sure that when you have checked a lot of websites and you see the animated tutorials or pictures, they show, for example, open a menu, go this, go there, and do this, do that. They are mostly GIF or GIF. Do not use it if you need greater than 8-bit color images. Next one, my favorite one, is SVG, Scalable Vector Graphics. Is a vector-based file format. It's not based on pixel anymore. It means quality. That means when you scale up an SVG image, it won't lose any of its image quality. SVG is the ideal format for logos, icons, simple illustrations, and anything else you want to be freely scalable with your responsive design. This format is unsuitable for displaying and printing complex images with high color depth since it is rendered using points and paths. The last one is WebP, is a raster image format developed by Google specifically to provide better lossless and lossy compression of images. Switching from JPEG and PNG to WebP can help save server disk space and significant bandwidth, up to 35% smaller image files for identical quality. Not supported by all browsers and editors yet. So it is a great image type, but it's not still supported by all browsers. We need to wait maybe some few more years and it will be supported because it's very uh, actually it's very good and uh, image formats that we can use. It has the identical quality as JPEG or PNG, but the size of image is a lot smaller. Okay, that is all I wanted to talk about images. Thank you for watching, and now let's go to next section.